The challenges are very much related, of course, to our customers' operating environment. And we have been facing a very challenging environment in the past few years in the marine sector, like everybody knows. Offshore is still down, merchant has not still completely picked up. So it is a very challenging environment. And of course, on top of that, the new technologies emerging, everybody speaking about gas as a fuel, digital technologies, what is the transformation in the marine sector. So the technological challenges on top of the difficult general market environment are of course key challenges for us. Most economies, especially the shipping economy, will follow the cycles of the general economy. So in different shipping segments, for example, offshore will follow the oil economic cycle, and then merchant will follow the general global economic cycle. If the global demand for goods goes down, as it will every let's say 10, 20 years, whatever the cycle might be, then of course cargo traffic will follow that exact same cycle. So the different segments in shipping are cyclical, but not necessarily following the same cycles. That's a very interesting question. How is the digital development impacting traditional economic cycles? I think none of us have an answer for that. I think everybody, what we really see is the advancement in technology today is faster than it has ever been in history, and it's speeding up all the time. And we are on the brink of what we call the fourth industrial revolution today. And the cycles you could think that the cycles would start speeding up. So because of the rapid advancement in technology. And how would industrial transformation driven by new ways of working and new complete supply models and supply chain models and industrial models, how that will impact the traditional cycles, it's very difficult to say. I would expect at least there will be a clear speeding up of the traditional cycles. So maybe from 15 years to 10 years and maybe even 5 years. And of course, if you think of the way the whole industry is transforming, if we are now sitting in Singapore. Singapore used to be a massive offshore hub, and it still is. But of course, the offshore industry is not what it used to be, and most likely will never be at the same level that it used to be. And Singapore is still the leading container hub in the world. But also there's a lot of worry in the society in Singapore over the future of that container hub. There is the northern route possibly coming, and shipping routes are shifting. So what Singapore as a country is doing is putting a lot of effort in leading the digital transformation of the whole shipping industry and the maritime economy. And being involved in that, we are of course as a company, Wärtsilä has set up a digital acceleration center in Singapore to be involved, and we have just officially launched with MPA the IntelliTug, so Intelligent Tugs project last Tuesday, so 2 days ago here at the Singapore Maritime Weeks. And so we're very much involved in all these projects, and it's very interesting to see how this development will impact the traditional economic cycles, if at all. Well, of course, Wärtsilä we are a very old company. We have 185 years history. And we are a Finnish company, and we are headquartered in Helsinki in Finland. We're listed on the stock exchange in Finland, and our purpose as a company is to enable sustainable societies with smart technology. And if I focus here on the sustainable society part, we don't believe in jumping around behind cheaper taxation or this kind of activity, because it is not benefiting the society in a sustainable way. So we have a very strong foundation in Finland, and for the time being there is no reason to shift aside. We are there to contribute to the society as a key player in the society, and that creates also sustainability for the society. Africa is a fantastic continent. Now Wärtsilä, we are not only in the marine sector, we're very much involved also in the energy business. And we have, in Africa, we have between 10 and 15 office locations and have had for decades. And of course the number of locations can vary depending on where we have power plants. And we're very active in the shipping industry in Africa also. But the main focus has been on the energy side. But it means we have a very strong presence all around the coast of Africa, and we're very much involved with the local societies and industries and very well on top of the development. So as shipping develops further in Africa, we are there with the strong presence, strong knowledge of the local markets, and also a lot of expertise in terms of engineers and so on. So our service capabilities are already well established. Very interesting to follow the development of Africa as a continent. I think especially in today's world where things move faster and faster, the shipping industry is a very traditional industry, and you could say that it's a very conservative industry in terms of decision making. So what I would really like to see is as other industries evolve in customer supplier relationships, you know, who is doing what, how the whole supply chain and value chain is actually functioning, what kind of roles different players take, how is the risk in business split between different players in the chain, and then also adapting new technologies, especially digital technologies, and how those can benefit different industries and even disrupt industries. I think if I could change something in the shipping industry, it would be to be a bit less conservative and a bit more, you know, a bit stronger in adapting new models and technologies. I think the whole industry could benefit from faster adoption.